Apparently, Christos came home from school one day, like junior high, and there were police cruisers out inside of his house, and his mother is like serving tea and cookies to the police.
It's actually worse than what you described. I gotta tell you.
All right, I just
can't
started
relate.
recording.
Yeah.
Whenever you guys are ready.
Oh, well, I hope we didn't start with that.
Welcome to the Close the Door Behind You special. We have a special guest for you. His name is Rich Mascalino. Welcome, Rich Mascalino, otherwise known as
King Panua on Twitch.
Welcome,
Yes.
buddy.
Good to be here.
Thanks for coming.
Do you want to know why it's King Panua? You want
Yes.
to start off with
Yeah,
that?
get a little closer to the microphone, though.
Okay. How close do you want me to be?
Yeah, or bring it closer to you.
Okay. So, King Panua. Very weird. Sounds like a African tribal like guy. So, back in the day, we used to play NHL 09 specifically. And we used to name our guys like really bad. It was 2009. Okay. Really bad names. And eventually my guy's name was King Penis.
Mm-hmm.
So, they took away they had a filter eventually. They were like, you can't do that anymore. So, I had to go with King Penis, Penus.
Mm-hmm.
And it worked. Got by the filter. They had a forum about my player. There was a forum, people complaining that there was one guy that's going around getting past the filter. So I had to change it again because they banned me specifically. I had to change it to, I was in a rush, and the letter next to S is A. So
You
it's
guys are
King
so
Panua.
lucky. My parents still don't let me play video games.
You know what's
It's our whole
crazy?
life.
On Xbox Live, my name was N-word Jim.
Was it the word or what?
Like
Can you? Yeah, was it the word?
NWORD?
Can you spell it?
No, it was like Die Antwoord, like the band.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah, and
Yeah.
I actually know. Yeah.
Yeah, they're good.
So yeah, the letter next to S is A. I was in a rush, so it's King Panua, and it's stuck forever.
That's cool.
From 09 to 2022 or whatever.
And so you go on Twitch and you do a bunch of, I guess, like tell me about what you do on Twitch.
Well, I'm washed now. I slowed down, divorce and depression, but that's besides the point. But
It happens, man. That's just middle age, brother.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
So I started off just playing like Call of Duty and like shooters, and then it got to the point where my followers and my viewers wanted me to play like scary games, horror games.
Okay.
So I would, because they would like how I reacted. So I would be like, oh, I don't get scared at all. I would never get scared of this stupid game. Like I would go through, I play shooters. First game I play, it's like a doorway. I'm like, I'm not going down the doorway. I'm not doing it. And they're like, you don't get scared. I'm like, don't get scared. Open the door, fucking monster jumps straight out at you. I'm screaming, headset falls off. I'm like, I come back up. I'm like, I don't get scared.
Yeah.
And that's how, so they like that. So they just keep sending me scary games to play. And I just became like a horror player. And it didn't stop. They just had game after game after game and just make me go, because they didn't want to play them themselves. They were afraid to play them, so they just send me through it. And
That's amazing. I mean, I'm just like trying to process like how the whole deal with this, like, because obviously I'm older. You have
Obviously.
a whole you have people in audience that are watching you play
Yeah.
the video game. They're not playing along with you.
No.
They're watching you and they're following you and they're actually as if it's like that's entertainment.
yeah.
But now can you monetize that?
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. I was making a decent amount of money.
What? Are you kidding? With people,
So people pay to subscribe to you. So it used to be like $6 per person.
get
And
out of
I
here!
get
Like
like
an only,
250 people that subscribed.
Like OnlyFans, yes.
Yeah, it's
you
like,
had an OnlyFans, and all you had to do was play video games.
It's a video game OnlyFans. That's pretty much what Twitch is.
Yeah.
It actually turned into OnlyFans after a while. People
Yeah.
are naked on Twitch. So.
Well, there are women who now are half naked playing on the games and pretending they like anime.
So wait, you had 250 people that
That
were paying you
subscribed to me.
$6 a month
Yes.
just to play video games.
Yes. It was good. It was a good time, and it was like during COVID. So
Sounds
it was-
amazing.
Yeah, I was working from home, and then as soon as I'm done working from home, jump on a video game. They would all come watch.
Did you do that too?
No. I was never good at monetizing my talents.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. So continue. Tell me what this is like.
No, it's well. Do you watch football?
No,
Oh, do you watch any sports?
UFC. That's it.
Okay, so
This is my UFC outfit. Just say no. That's the crypto side. Where's the UFC side? Oh, there. Here. UFC.
So if you like watching a fighter,
Yes.
you're not gonna do it yourself. You're gonna just watch him do it.
Well, I train jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, I used to do BJJ too.
But okay, continue.
But like on the main stage, you're gonna watch them. You're a fan of them. You're gonna watch
Yes.
what they do. You follow
Yeah.
them. That's pretty much what it was like. So if they just watch me play video games,
You're like an athlete.
Well, he was very good at the games.
Oh, okay.
You know.
yeah, I used to be like a top tier. I used to compete in Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
He's always been good at video games because he's like a cuck.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so he's just at home like doing nothing but playing video games.
yeah, well, I couldn't really go anywhere because very strict household.
Yeah.
So I found video games. And
Why strict household? Meaning you were married?
No, this is when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What? So tell me about that strict household. So it was a strict household. See, I grew up in a strict household, meaning my dad was like, no video games.
Well,
That's
when
what my
you were a kid,
interpretation.
video games weren't invented yet.
No, that's true. No. That's not even funny. That's the reality. That's absolutely 100%
Yeah,
correct.
he-
There
he
was
was-
no video games.
He was like, "No Space Invaders for you, son."
No.
Too violent.
That Atari didn't even come out till I was like 7.
Really?
The only thing that they had was this thing called Pong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what Pong is?
Yeah, of course I know.
And I mean, but once again, like and then finally, my dad allowed us to have video game. He allowed us to have an Atari 800, which was a computer, because he thought that if we were playing on that, we would somehow not be playing the games. We would be using it for like word processing and stuff. This was like pre-internet. We didn't even like have the internet.
Wait, so he was worried you would use the computer for productive tasks?
No. He wanted us to do productive tasks, and he only allowed us to use. He was like, "Okay, I'll get you a computer that also has video games on it," thinking that because we wanted to play video games, it would make us do productive tasks. But we never used it for anything
They had
productive.
the Texas Instruments like keyboard too that you'd hook up to your TV. I don't know if you had that, but I saw it was like technically the first video game ever.
Okay,
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't remember that. I just remember But anyway, so to get back to you, so you grew up
Strict,
in a
yeah.
very strict household, meaning what? You couldn't go out and play with your friends, and you could only stay in and play video games.
Yeah, most of the time people would come to my house. Like you've been to my house
Yeah.
many times. Everyone would go to my house because my mom wanted like everyone under her watch.
Got it.
And also I wasn't allowed to watch Harry Potter because we were very religious. So
Okay. Yeah.
Star Wars. I have Star Wars on my
Yeah.
arm.
Were you
Star
not
Wars,
allowed to
okay.
watch Star Wars?
No, I was allowed to watch Star Wars. That's fine. Gandalf being a wizard in Lord of the Rings, that's fine. My mom loved that. Harry Potter, blasphemy. If I saw it in school or something, I would come home and get grounded. I was not allowed.
Why is Harry Potter not okay, but Gandalf?
Because
was
he's a
okay?
heathen.
No, but why?
I don't know.
get it.
Christians hate Harry Potter. I don't know. Gandalf's okay. Harry Potter, he should die. I don't understand it. Maybe he has a wand and not a staff. I don't get it. I ask myself the same question. I still ask my mom to this day, like, why?
What's her answer?
It's just like witchcraft. That's the answer. I don't understand it. But there's like Facebook groups about like moms against Harry Potter. It's like
see
a
that.
real thing.
I don't like certain elements of Harry Potter, if I'm being honest, but I like Harry Potter overall.
But is it because it goes against your values? And
Yes.
if you watch it, you're going to hell?
Yes, I don't like. First of all, Snape is a cuck in like the whole series.
I gotta tell you something. I've never watched Harry Potter.
Oh, all right. Then context removed, progress in conversation commenced.
The only thing I know about Harry Potter is that my daughter, when I get a visitor in Orlando, makes me go to Universal and take her to Harry Potter World, and I have to buy stuff like a cape, which is like made out of like polyester, thin polyester, for like $250. Then I buy her a stick, which is supposed to be a magic wand, for like $200. By the time I walk out of that place, I'm like $1,000 deep in merch.
Yeah, isn't it crazy not being able to say no to your child?
Yeah, I definitely am unable to say no to my daughter.
Why is that?
I think it's because I feel guilty because I live here in New York City and she lives in Orlando. So whenever I see her, I'm just like, Daddy's here, whatever you want. You know,
Polyester cape,
whatever you
magic
want.
wand.
Whatever.
You got to be the favorite.
You want, what was the last? I bought her a bed for her American dolls. A bed for the American doll was $200. So
Was
yeah,
it an American bed?
it was an American bed.
That's right.
So yeah. I'm definitely guilty of that. Yeah. For
Okay.
sure.
But she's allowed to watch Harry Potter.
But back to Rich. So then, okay. So how did it even? So you grew up in this super strict household where you couldn't watch certain things, but you were able to play certain video games, and so you gained a knack for them. Did you play any sports as well?
Yeah, I played football,
Okay.
lacrosse. I played hockey later in my life.
Got it.
Baseball. I played a lot of sports, and that's because they also wanted me to play sports. My parents.
Your parents did. Okay, cool.
Yeah, they liked that. But so I had 3 younger sisters too, and they kind of just made me be like the guy that's gonna do everything. So like my parents had me, and then 3 younger sisters like 4 years after me. So it was a middle Dakota, Savannah, Sienna, their names.
Mm-hmm.
So Dakota was like 3.5 years older than me, and then a year after them were twins. So they
You
were
mean
like
3.5 years younger than you?
Yeah. Did I say older?
You said older.
No, she's not older than me. She's younger than me.
Yeah.
So 3.5 years after me,
Yes.
Dakota. Then the twins a year after her.
So then, basically, so they gave all their attention to them, obviously.
Yeah, and
And
I
so
had to be
you
like,
had a video game console, and so you focused all of your attention on the video game console and developed incredible skills. Is that about right?
Pretty much. And then I also had this like very competitive thing where I like had to be the best at everything. So like,
Okay.
And then so my sisters are very good at video games as well because I beat the hell out of them in Smash Bros. And every game they've ever played, they will smoke they'll smoke you in Smash Bros.
Oh, shut up.
No, they will.
First of all, his sisters are harlots.
Oh,
What's a harlot?
They're so
They're evil harpies.
they're they're
The
big.
twins specifically.
So you want to tell the story?
No, you could tell the story.
Okay, so
You're the
they're
guest.
so this had to have been like when we were in 5th grade, 4th grade.
Probably even less.
Yeah, so the best Pokemon card that you can have
Okay.
is a Charizard. First
Okay.
edition Charizard, holographic, from the first set, the original 150. It wasn't 151. I think they left Mew out. So
Yep.
he had one. We go to his house. So it's my mom and my sisters and me. We're all at their place, and he's showing the Charizard, and my sister goes, "What would you do if I ripped it in half?" And he goes, "Please don't." And she's holding it and looking him in the eyes. "What would you do?" And she takes it like this, and I'm watching it. I'm sitting there watching. She's like, "She's not gonna do that. She's not that evil. She's that evil."
How much is that worth?
Well, now it's like well over 10 grand. Actually look it up. It might be more. Than
I've
that.
looked it up
Wow.
before. The last time I saw it was about $13,000.
So
and
she
I'm
literally
getting already
slowly.
upset.
I'll never
Pour it
forget.
up.
Yeah, she's ripping it in half. I'm shocked. Like, oh my god, I have one. So I'm like, at least I have one. But and he's on his knees, like this, like please don't. And she starts ripping it, and his face just drops.
How old were you guys?
We
We couldn't have been over 9.
Okay. So you guys have known each other obviously for a long time.
Yeah.
Probably one of my favorite things that I heard is that can you talk about Christos and how he had I guess an advice line that people would call in? Can you tell us about that story?
Yeah, I think he started it recently. Did you not?
The advice, I think he's talking about Dr. Lowe.
Correct, yeah.
I thought you were talking. I thought someone was going to call in.
No,
I thought
that's
Wait,
coming
do we
up
have a
later.
caller? Dominic, is there a caller? No?
No.
Okay. Degenerate callers.
Yeah, tell me about
Wait.
that story. So apparently, somebody you made like was it Dr. Love?
This was
Dr. Lowe.
Low.
I forgot about this.
Yeah.
I forgot how long ago was this?
This was probably at this point almost 20 years ago. This we were about 13 when this happened.
And you got apparently he got in a lot of trouble.
I got it.
Like the
all.
police came to the house.
Yeah, I remember. Like there's things that I've had a lot of concussions. This is coming back to me now.
Yeah.
Well,
I've had 15
Since
concussions.
I wasn't there, why don't I tell the story?
Yeah.
Because that would make the most sense. As I understand it, so Christos basically made this thing where people could write in and ask for advice, and people were like sharing some very intimate and serious problems, and he would like write them back with advice that was maybe not all the best advice sometimes, being that he was 12 or 13 years old.
Yeah.
And then I guess something happened bad with some of the advice, and it precipitated the whole entire community to go like searching for for who is this person that is, I guess, plaguing this community. And apparently, Christos came home from school one day, like junior high, and there were police cruisers out inside of his house, and his mother is like serving tea and cookies to the police. Is this about
His mom's a saint.
It's pretty accurate.
Yeah. So, that's
It's actually worse than what you described. So I was posing in the dawn of MySpace as our school psychologist.
I was gonna say, I think it's supposed to be our school psychologist. Yes.
Wait, so I'm sorry. Wait, so you
for the person.
were actually impersonating them, or
Yeah.
or
Yes.
so there actually was a Dr. Lowe.
There was no Dr. Lowe, but
Oh.
there was other like school psychology was starting to be like a thing.
Oh,
So
okay.
it wasn't out of the realm of possibility for our school to have like a school psychologist.
Okay, but it wasn't like there was actually a school psychologist named Dr. Smith that worked at your particular school, and you set up an account on MySpace for Dr. Smith.
Yes.
You made up a fictitious account for a fictitious psychologist, and then people were writing into you and asking you for serious advice.
Yes.
Is that
and I
okay?
said that it was part of a pilot program from the school to reach the kids in the space that they were playing, which was MySpace.
And so what were some of the problems that they were like writing into you about? Do you remember?
really serious stuff. There were people writing to me about cutting themselves. There were people, and I gave good advice,
Like, cut
generally
more?
good advice. No,
Don't cut vertically, cut horizontally,
No.
and you won't kill yourself.
dude, it actually shaped me as a person to like look at things introspectively. But yeah, I mean,
Holy shit.
there were a lot of people like dating advice, like advice with parents,
Wow.
stressors, like insecurities. And I would just answer them. And a lot of them were like my friends in real life that didn't know it was me,
Get out of here. So how
So
did
he
they
had-
finally figure out it was you?
The cops.
the cops. Yeah. So one of the girls, Megan, I won't say her last name, but you know the Megan. She messaged me one time and she was like, "Hey, is Dr. Lowe you?" And I was like, "No. What? No." And she was like, "Okay, are you sure? Because like my mom is asking questions." And I was like, "Oh, well, why did you hear it was me?" And she was like, "Well, Cody said it might be you." And I was like, "Cody doesn't know what he's talking about. I talk to Dr. Lowe all the time. He's great." And she's like, "Well, my mom says there's no Dr. Lowe at the school." And I was like, "What? This is concerning." And she was like, "Okay, because if it's you, like, you should tell me now because my mom is going to do something." And I was like, "Okay."
What are you really gonna do?
The mom calls the school. They are like, "What do you mean someone's posing?" And there's a huge investigation. And then they put a thing on the school website that said, like, if your kids are talking to strangers online, you have to be careful. This person, Dr. Lowe, we're searching for him, is not a real person. We're very concerned. The authorities have been contacted. Make sure you monitor your stuff online. And I'm over there. I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah, you must have been freaking out. I would have been like having a panic attack.
Dude, they called me to the principal's office like the day before school, before the police came. And they went to the principal's office, and I was really good at like keeping my trail clean.
Yeah.
So I'm in the principal's office. I was like, "What? Dr. Lowe's not real?"
But why did they call you in because they suspected it was you?
They suspected it was me.
Okay, and you
yeah.
were still like,
I was like, "What?"
wow.
You just unlocked a memory in my brain. I forgot about that until just right now.
Yeah.
Did you call in to Dr. Lowe, or did you write
like I
into
said,
Dr. Lowe?
I wasn't allowed to have a MySpace until like I was 18. So
Got it.
But yeah, so then we had a snow day the next day at school, and the police showed up while I was like high on a snow day, and my mom was freaking out, and she started gorging the police with food, so much food, like Greek mom, just like, "I'm gonna get my son out of jail right now." and she was like just feeding them all the cookies she had, like tea, all this kind of stuff. And I was kind of like, how'd you guys find me?
But I'm sorry, but let's go back to when they actually arrived at your house. Were you in the house when the cops arrived, or were you like out playing in the snow, building snowman, sledding, and you came home and there was a bunch of police cruisers in front of your house?
I was outside my yard. I had a pretty big yard growing up, and I was outside, and I came around, and I saw the police there, and I was like, huh. Must be an accident nearby, because no one really knew about IP addresses, but they traced the IP address, and that was like the one paper trail that I didn't cover,
Right.
Because this was like 2006.
You're not gonna have a VPN. You know?
Yeah, I didn't have a VPN. So when the police were talking, I was like, oh God, I'm screwed. And they were like kind of telling my mom, like, look, he's not in that much trouble. We're just kind of glad that it's not an adult. Like, we're glad that, we were worried it was like a child molester.
Oh, okay. All right.
So I was like, sweet. They were like, we were worried, like, trying to have sex with, like, the kids or whatever. And I was like, well, honestly, I was trying to have sex with Megan. I was. But I was just also 13.
And so...
So you had to have yourself.
So you didn't
Megan,
end
if
up
you're
getting,
listening.
like, taken away in cuffs.
No, actually, it was really funny because my mom fed the there were 2 cops at my house, and my mom fed the cops so much, one of them like started to fall asleep on my couch.
But
It was, like,
that's just
so
like par for
stuffed.
the course of going to
Wow.
your mom's place.
Yeah.
You
Thank
walk in
God.
and you're fed immediately.
Yeah.
You step in that door, you're walking out fat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank God for good parents. Like, could you imagine? Like, I feel so bad for kids that have had bad parents and just like release them to the wolves. I mean, my parents were so cool. They protected me from so much stuff that, you just do in your kids. Like, wow, shout out to, what's your mom's name?
Tatiana.
Tatiana. Thank you, Tatiana. You're
Thank
awesome.
you.
Thank you.
So back to Richie.
Oh, me.
Back to Richie.
Oh.
All right. So tell us some other childhood stories about growing up with Christos.
You want to talk about the guy that just came to your house all the time, would just shoot your chickens?
What? You had a random guy showing up to your house?
This one guy. He just hate. I don't know.
Wait, first of all, let's first. You have chickens
There were-
Yes.
at your house.
I had a goat too
Wow. That's
for like
very
a
Greek.
week until the neighbors complained because the goat was crying in the middle of the night.
Is your mom the Albanian or the Greek?
My mom is half Greek, half Albanian. My dad is all Greek.
Okay. So is that a very like Greek or Albanian thing to have a goat in the yard?
My dad is crazy. So he just wanted like chickens and a goat in our suburban
Right.
town.
Didn't you
Right.
say you would just like show up with them?
Yeah, he just like didn't even ask my mom if it was cool. And we named the goat Sinatra. And my dad built a chicken coop.
Italian goat.
Did he like to sing? Is that why you
Yeah,
During the
dude, that's
night.
why the police were that's why the neighbors called the police because he was singing at night crying.
So wait, so somebody came in to shoot them because they were making too much
No,
noise.
No. This guy that came to shoot the chickens, I don't know if he had just had like a vendetta against these chickens or he was eating them.
Yeah, he was definitely eating them. There was this Chinese guy who would like come because the chickens would roam free every now and then because my dad thought that made good eggs. And then we had guinea hens and chickens. And so the guinea hens laid really good, delicious eggs as well. But my dad would let them roam free
Like
for a
down the
couple
street
hours.
or in your property, like
On
to
our
other people's
property,
properties?
but-
They would cross.
They
the
would get
street- They
loot?
would cross the road. It was a small road.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it was like a kind of off the path road, but they would cross. But people would go through because it was near Route 6, which is a big.
I didn't know
road,
you grew up in Puerto Rico.
basically. But there was this Chinese guy who he would come out of a minivan,
Yeah.
and he had a BB gun,
Yeah.
and he would shoot the chickens. I would watch this happen. He'd
Wow.
shoot the chickens.
Yeah.
And he'd like scream, yelling at the chicken, like that the chicken would understand what he's saying.
Huh.
And then he would shoot it like multiple times with a BB gun, like one of those Daisy whatever.
Yeah.
And he would then drag the chicken from the neck into his van, which it was like a minivan. It wasn't like a weird van. And he'd just drive off. This happened multiple times.
Was his name General Tso?
This is
It's a valid question.
this is a classy podcast.
You got a Chinese guy assassinating chickens. That's a military thing. It's a Chinese guy with a gun. And
It was a Daisy rifle.
okay. The pump ones.
Pump.
Yeah, the pump
I don't know how
ones.
many pumps you use.
Yeah, he was using pumps.
I used to shoot iguanas with mine.
Really?
Yeah.
In
They're
Florida?
all over the place. Yeah. They would shit all over my pool deck and boat. At first, they were super cute. But anyway, so let's get back to your. So tell us your take. So you saw the guy or
No, so I didn't believe it at first. I remember not believing him. Like this crazy guy would shoot my chickens and take my chickens away. But I recall this like driving past one day and seeing a minivan sideways in that street with the door open, and I was like, that has to be the guy. And my mom was just like, no, there's no way. And we just kept driving, and that's when I knew. I was like, that's the guy that's killing his chickens. It was across the whole street. Like I remember driving by and seeing just the van across the entire street, like. And I was like, that's where the chickens cross.
Yeah, he tried to corner the chickens with the van.
so your mom and dad were living together at this point?
Yeah.
What did your dad do about
My
it?
dad was always at work, so he was like, "What the?" He was just be like, "Who the fuck is killing my chickens?" Like he'd be mad at me for not like getting his plates or something. You know.
Another funny thing about that house is Tupac never died. He lived above Christos. And we made our whole bust believe that.
Why? Because there literally was a tenant that looked like
Yeah, he used to wear
Tupac,
the
the
thing
do-rag?
with the
yeah.
and
His name was Reef
Wow.
for reefer.
So then,
This is not made up.
This is real. He would rent the upstairs.
so how old were you guys when you started making reels and little videos and skits? Did you guys have like a high? Or you guys are pretty young though. You probably had. I mean, were you? I'm trying to think. What years were you guys in high school? Did you have were there iPhones back then?
I don't want my fans to look me up.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
So-
I have videos from when I was younger too that probably shouldn't be seen.
Yeah.
I used to be in a band, and during high school we played
Victims of Tragedy.
Yes, we played Bamboozle and Uproar, like two huge festivals.
Okay.
Like
Cool.
with Avenged Sevenfold, and that band we used to make stupid videos, and we had to go back and be like, it's like 2022, we got to get rid of these things. Like no one can see these can't see the light of day, and like people would find them and put them on my stream, and I'd be like, what are you doing with this? This can't be seen. So I had to make my friend like delete everything. So we're not gonna talk about this.
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, that actually can definitely be concerning. Like growing up, we didn't really have access to all of that. So you grew up in a definitely more precarious generation and timeline. Like that's really scary. Like if half the stuff that we did as kids was captured on video, I would definitely be concerned about people posting stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, we were also at a time where video was becoming very accessible,
Right.
but in a kind of controlled way where it was like digital cameras were enabling you. Like your phone camera wasn't that good, but
Right.
you know, if you were someone like us who had like an affinity for that sort of creation, you would use it. But you know, I made videos where we were beating up children, speaking fake Japanese.
Yeah. There's,
For my senior English class, me and John, I don't know if you ever saw it, we made a video about the book Valkyrie,
Okay.
where I played Hitler, and everyone tried to kill me.
Okay.
So we played that video in class in front of our entire class, and I got an A. It was a great retelling of the story.
Was
So-
it what kind of school? Was this a German school?
No. First of all, it was a
I would
plot
think
to
you failed.
kill Hitler.
Oh,
It wasn't
yeah.
like
I was gonna say, they don't want to do that.
yeah, you know, there's like a scene where I get blown up by like Chris Burke with an eye patch.
So for my senior video, we did this thing. It was called Rudy Baby Rudy Man. We're obsessed with rutabagas for whatever reason. We used to buy rutabagas and just peg them at people walking to school. I don't know why. In my rapist van that I had, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that word.
Yeah, you
but-
can't say that.
Sorry. In my weird, suspicious van that I had. People would write free candy on the side. So
You did have a weird van.
What color was it?
it was maroon. It was a GMC
Oh, that's
Safari, all-wheel
so
drive.
sketchy.
It was amazing.
Wow.
Uh,
Did you have a bed in it?
No, but the seats were like fully reclinable in the back. There's 4 of them. It was really cool.
Road trips?
Oh yeah, we could fit like 30 people in there. It was great. And so we used to just peg rutabaga. We go buy rutabagas. I don't know what it was. So Rudy Baby Rudy Magic, and it was supposed to be a deodorant made of rutabagas, but in the video, the kid who tries it, he puts it on, and it's like he screams, but then like it's bad, and the next slide is a guy holding a gun. You can see the gun just off screen. And he's like, "Oh, it's wonderful. I love it. I use it all the time." And our teacher, we gave it to our teacher. We're like, "This is great. It's going to be good."
It's funny.
And then at the end of it, we shoot the guy. It's like a little bonus thing. It's like afterwards, and then it's supposed to be like the thing ended, and they're like, "Oh, we're still rolling," and we shoot the guy. And our teacher was like, "What was that?" And we were like, "Oh, that's our submission." He was like, "Go sit down." There's Mr. Shaper. He's like, "Sit down. I'm going to pretend I didn't see the end of that or the gun." He's like, "Was that a real gun?" We're like, "No, a paintball gun." He was like, "All right, we passed. We got a good grade." But you would not get away with that now.
No.
You would definitely not get away
No,
with that.
no chance. So Richie,
Yes.
this section we'd like to open some Pokemon cards.
Okay.
What do you think?
Yes. There's also some magic cards over there.
Oh, well, Magic is not our sponsor.
Well,
So we're brought to you here today by our sponsor, Pokemon, the TCG card game. Pokemon, so good, battle with a friend. Good. Pokemon. Okay? And we're going to open some packs. So right here, we got Surging Sparks, which is the newest pack available. We also have the Booster Scarlet and Violet.
151.
151. Which would you like to open first? One of these?
Yeah. Give me that. Thank you. So do you have a... All right, you can set that up. So I actually know how to open these, and I know which ones are good. So...
You can tell. You already know which ones are good. Oh, I'm sorry. You know how to spot.
And
if
I'm not
one's
going to
good.
bend the cards.
Wow. He's talking shit about Surah.
Sorry. I saw how she handled those cards. Very scary.
All right, just make sure you're in frame and also show the
I don't
good
know
cards to the camera.
what that can see,
Yeah,
but
that's pretty good.
wrote them.
It
So
can't see you now.
I don't know where it can see.
Okay, closer to you. Yeah.
Oh, Snorlax.
Oh, the Snorlax. That's a good art.
Yeah.
Show it to the camera here.
There's something shiny back there.
Snorlax. Okay, very good.
Mankey
Mankey.
and Gouging Fire.
Whoa, Gouging Fire?
Yeah.
That's the Entei looking one, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Let's go, dude.
Is that?
Put that in a
Oh,
sleeve.
shit, it's the ancient. Oh shit!
Let's go, dude. That's a $4 card. Welcome to
$4,
Gambling for
baby.
Adults and Children. That's a $4 card from a
$4. Put it up on
$15
screen.
pack.
4.
What's that?
Put it up on screen right now.
Yeah,
4.
$4.
Give me one of them. I want the Snorlax to be in there too.
Put Snorlax too. That's fine.
Give me those. Give me that.
Just so you know, any packs that are opened on the podcast, the cards go to me.
Hold these two.
Dude, that's a good art right there. Look at that card art. You're good. Snorlax needs a sleeve.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to put Snorlax. You want to check it out?
Yeah, no, I know the card.
Okay.
I actually have one.
Oh well. No. You
Oh,
have
no,
two,
this-
apparently.
No, I don't actually keep the card unless it's
Give me-
very valuable.
give me the sleeve.
Then I keep it.
So what is this stuff on the cards? Spike, draw, mega punch. What do these
Well,
things
we
mean?
don't look at that. We don't
Yeah,
play the
no
game.
one
No
actually
plays the
plays Pokemon.
Okay, so that's
I
so
actually
it's a
did.
game as well. that
Yeah.
you battle each other with.
When I was a kid at Toys R Us, I played the game for like one. Here, you want to put that in there?
Yeah, I'll put it in the sleeves.
I played the game for a little bit. Someone stole one of my cards. I never played again. Yeah, dirty.
Yeah, I had my
bastard
friend's
of a
sister
child.
rip my $13,000 card. So
Yeah.
really gave up on that after.
Yeah. That's I don't know. Couldn't be me. Okay. So should I do the thing where you do the one?
Yeah.
Get this out of here. Was it 1, 2, 3 from the back?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Just do it.
4. Okay.
They're not.
No. Whoa.
They're not paying that much attention.
So I don't remember. We're just gonna go right to the good ones. Nah. Ooh.
Oh, let's go.
But no one cares about
No,
Durant.
That's not that cool.
Yeah.
So how do you know it's good?
Look at it.
Yeah, it looks fancy. There you go. I'll put it in
All right, show me a good one. Show me the good one.
That one. Oh, you can. Well, these ones stink.
So this one's just lame because
Yeah,
what?
That's basic energy.
Yeah,
There's just
you need
no-
energies to play the game, but it's not.
What do
that
you mean
important.
energy? Like
You-
shiny things?
It's like
Oh, this is energy.
They allow you to attack, so you accumulate the energies, and they allow you to attack. It's not
and so
that
it's just
important.
like the more complicated the graphics and stuff, the more value.
Not necessarily. You just gotta know, but you want the fancy card art, you want the holographic appeal. So far, none of our guests have opened anything really valuable, so let's hope that changes now. Okay, we're gonna have to clean that up though.
yeah. I'll do it.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Nah.
Nothing?
Nah.
Nothing.
Execute. Deduction kit
Oh, deduction kit might be worth something.
and Qian Pao. I don't know what that.
Shan Pao's
like
okay.
a ferret.
Yeah, that's good.
it. Then
That was it?
Yeah.
Dude, you have no good luck.
Well,
Okay, watch me open one
All right,
right
let's
now,
see you
and
do
it's
it.
gonna be
Let's see
like
what he's got.
amazing.
you want this camera thing?
No, it's okay. Keep
Okay.
it on you.
All right.
We'll open one of these.
What's a gimme ghoul? See, all these new Pokemon, some of them are like the ice cream cone that's just alive.
Yeah,
What is that?
stupid Pokemon.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's no Charizard.
Dominic, you ever play Pokemon?
I did. I played a lot of Pokemon.
You
Did you
did?
play it or did you collect?
Both. I used to hang out at my local GameStop, and so they would give me a lot of good discounts.
Ooh.
But I used to keep all my cards there, and we would play the trading card game there too.
Wow. You play Magic?
No, that's my only card game I've really played Pokemon.
I'm obsessed with Magic.
All right, open this magic pack.
Okay. No, not that one. Give me the one on the bottom. That's a good one. That's a good
Okay.
one. That's a collector's pack.
Can Judson open a pack?
Yeah, give him Wilds of Eldraine.
Wilds of the Eldraine?
Yeah.
There you go.
You were gonna.
I was gonna throw it, but I realized.
You know these are valuable too.
Yeah, but
There are cards in here that are good.
Magic is for losers.
Yeah,
though.
well, look at me.
I know that's true.
You only invite losers on here, right?
So do
Nah, we had Suraj. She's cool.
Oh yeah, well, after her.
I open this in front of that camera or whatever? I'll just.
Show them to me, because I might play with these. So.
Magic has never been this
You don't
sweet.
need that. Get that one on you. Yeah, get that out of here.
Okay, Magic the Gathering.
Watch off camera. I'm gonna open a very good Pokemon pack.
Howling Gagglefang.
Are you flipping them over from the bag?
What do you mean? Yeah, am I supposed
Nah,
to?
just flip it. Yeah,
this
yeah,
way?
Go that way. That's an art card.
All
We don't
right.
want the art card.
Bellsprout, Magikarp, Oddish, Mankey, Grabber,
See, I know
Kingler,
all those.
Forest.
Gendry. Yo, I just
That's
got a
basic.
nice Tangela art card right here. Full art
Oh, wow.
Tangela, baby.
Show
Let's
it to
go.
this camera.
I can't. Don't worry about that camera. Look here. Do you see the Tangela?
That's a good one.
That is a good one.
Full art.
All right.
I gotta take a look at those when you're doing that. See, if you with these ones, you gotta look at the bottom,
Uh-huh.
the bottom left. See if it says like R or M. Those are the good ones. That means rare, or mythic.
And where would it say that?
Down here. That's a U.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not good. But R or M's are good.
Pokemon.
R's good?
Holy shit! I just got a doubling season.
Is that good?
That's really good. Yeah.
How much is that card worth?
I don't know. I'll scan it.
You said R's good?
It's a very. It's good. Yes, ours are good. Yeah, it's good. It's good.
I did good.
And this is the portion of the show where you understand why we're virgins.
Doubling season is a very good card.
Yeah.
Like really, it's very valuable.
All right,
Some
do
of
you need
these
this
looks
thing?
like
You don't need that.
some of these
Oh, I
go
got
for
a
up to
Giada.
$40. The doubling.
Doubling is
Doubling
$40
season.
bucks?
Yeah, some's
It's
35, some's 40, some's 37. There's different types.
See that? It's the one with all the dragon heads, and it's hollow.
Dominic, do you know how much the Tangela full art from Pokemon Scarlet Violet 151 is worth?
Not as much as doubling season.
Yeah, I know. Oh, dude, I got a fresh Ditto art right here. Let's go.
Curious.
Tangela goes for about $10.
$10. Okay. What about the Ditto from that set?
Doubling season's sick. You want to know something? Can I still just talk about?
You could talk
Child-
about anything. We
Yeah.
should be talking about stuff
We're
while
just
we open.
staring at these.
Yeah,
cards.
just like
So
staring at
we
the
were talking
cards.
about how strict my household was, and
Yeah.
I couldn't do stuff. What's weird is I could drink at like 13 years old,
Wow.
as long as I was home, and my friends could come over and drink with me. We used to have this thing called Taping Tuesdays. Everyone would come over to my house, we'd get hammered, and go to school the next day hammered. So it was very strange.
Interesting.
It
Wow.
doesn't make sense. Never made sense. Couldn't watch Harry Potter, but could get hammered on a Tuesday.
Could you play with this kind of stuff?
So
Is this, like,
recently
blasphemous?
recently I got into Magic, and my mom was like, "Wait, you're opening a doorway to the demons," and I was like, "I'm playing a card game. You let me play Pokemon when I was a kid." She was like, "No, Magic's different. You're casting spells." I'm like, "Just a way to say you're playing a card." She's like, "I don't trust it. It's like using a Ouija board." I was like, "Mom,
You don't mess with
What's going
Ouija
on?
boards.
Wow.
Your mom's right on that one.
yeah, but it's not the same as playing a Magic card."
I think your mom was just trying to get you laid because Magic really is like the
You
biggest
understand
dork
that
one
was
of
like-
them all.
Not at all. She did not want that to happen.
Yeah, but subconsciously she was like, "Look, I don't want my son."
Maybe she
who's
got me
already-"
into this stuff because she didn't want me to go
Yeah,
and find a woman.
yeah, that could be it. I got a
That
Prime
explains
ape
a
here.
lot. That explains a lot.
Yo, Dominic, I
Blastoise.
just got a Blastoise EX from the 151 set, bro. Tell me that's not worth something.
Let me open a 151.
Yeah, open a 151 because you've had great luck so far.
Give me. Thank you.
This is
Blastoise is full art.
yeah. No. Yes, it is kind of full art. Yeah. It's EX.
Show 'em.
This one.
These ones are weird.
That one's $4.
Damn it.
The
It
Ditto
looks
is about
cool.
$2.
Dittos too.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So are there video games as well for Pokemon and for Magic?
Oh,
together?
Oh,
yeah. Well, they're
Pokemon started as a video game.
Yeah, Pokemon was my life as a video game for a while.
Is that one of the things that people would watch you play?
They wanted me to. They wanted me to play the old ones, and I never did.
Okay.
Kind of like the horror games kind of won out.
So they weren't so much watching you for. Well, they probably were watching you for your skill in particular games, but was it also the commentary? And
It
the
was mostly
reactions?
my reactions and stuff.
Got
yeah.
it. Okay.
And then I would do interactions. I would play games with them sometimes too. But I would like interact with them a lot. If you look up my Twitch clips, it's a lot of me being really stupid. One of them I got drunk. And I'm like, I'm gonna do a backflip. And one of my friends is playing with me. He goes, "Backflip my ass! You're so fucking big. You can't do a backflip." I'm like, "Yeah, watch this." I break the chair and break my green screen behind me, and I just roll over the back.
Mr. Mime.
I got a Dragonite, but it's not.
So
it's
what?
nothing special.
What
Oh,
games?
that looks good. That might be worth something actually. Is there a star in the corner?
Bottom left.
Bottom left. Yeah, that might be worth something.
So what games were you playing that people were like really what particular games did they watch you on? What was the most
There's
popular
a
one?
variety, but it was really a variety.
Roblox?
No, never did Roblox.
Okay.
Why? What do you know about Roblox?
I just know that's a very popular game. Once again, you're talking to somebody who's a total moron.
He
I have
probably
no
has
clue
stock
about,
in
me that.
Roblox.
I do. Actually,
wanna
have
open
stock
this
in
last
Roblox.
one?
Yeah, I do want to open that one.
Okay, let's hope you get something because you haven't gotten shit.
It's so funny that you said that. I literally bought stock in
Yeah,
Roblox.
I knew you were.
Because I saw
it's
like
that's all I know.
my daughter and all her friends play, and I'm like, this is like huge.
Right.
So I just bought some.
Yeah,
Did
I
it work
knew.
out?
No, didn't make any money.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, Roblox did not make a lot of money.
you want to hear my Bitcoin story?
Yes, please.
Yeah, it's not good. I don't really want to tell it. It's pretty bad.
I
You
want
lost
you to tell
your
it.
you lost your wallet.
Okay, so this was like 2000. When did we start? What was our freshman year? 2009. Freshman year, I bought $20 worth of Bitcoin because I thought it was cool. I was on Reddit.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool.
2009, $20 worth of Bitcoin would have been how many Bitcoin?
I don't know. It was $20 in 2009.
$20 in 2009.
So-
Maybe Dominic, could you look that up? How much $20 of Bitcoin in
Don't tell me.
2009 would be?
You can whisper it to them or something.
No, I want to
will-
hear it.
I
Let
will
them
cry.
know.
It's a gut punch every time. So my mom, I did it on the family computer,
Okay.
and I was like, I'm gonna mine Bitcoin
Yeah.
and Dogecoin,
Yeah.
and our computer shit the bed. It
Okay.
could not handle it.
Right.
It couldn't handle it, but I still had the Bitcoin on there.
Okay.
So I broke our family computer. We got a new one. I kept the computer because I knew.
Yeah.
Like, okay. Put it upstairs in my room. We moved. I moved out. As things happened. We had a flood. It compromised the computer, but the hard drive was still good. But my mom was like, yoink, just threw the computer out. Like, no, I came and I didn't think anything of it because I forgot about it.
Yeah.
It's been so long. It was like 10, 12 years afterwards when
Right.
Bitcoin hit 20,000.
Right.
I was like, oh my God. I was like, Mom, where's the computer?
Yeah.
I have a lot of Bitcoin on there. And I think
Yeah.
Dogecoin too. And she was like, oh, go check on the computer downstairs. I was like, no, not that computer. The other computer. She was like, I threw that out like 12 years ago. I was like, you what? She's like, I threw that away. I was like, Mom, I'm like a multi-millionaire right now.
Nah, I don't think you're a multimillionaire, but obviously.
Well, it hit $100,000, $20 in 2009. Right now, I wouldn't have to work ever again.
I think we should wait and hear what Dominic says the value
Okay.
would be. But I think I don't believe that story.
Okay, don't believe that story. Call
I
my
don't
mom.
believe it.
Have my mom call in.
Call her in. Get her in.
Call her. I can call her. She cried on the phone to me when this happened.
Really? That's
Yes,
sad.
she was very upset.
Yeah.
Dude, I
And
just
she
Googled
talks
it.
about it too. It was
Upset.
like a gut punch. I have a Chansey with a star.
Chansey with a
that's
star?
not good, yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good.
It's
Anything else? Did you get any colorful like foil?
I got
energies?
doubling season.
Yeah, that's worth it. That was like the best pull of the day.
Yeah, doubling season.
Okay, so if you had purchased $20 of Bitcoin in 2009, you might have been able to buy over 20,000 Bitcoins, which would be worth 1.4 billion.
No way. No way. No way.
That's
1.4
awesome.
billion today?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You should just end your life now.
That's horrible, man. I would
That's
have
great.
to be fair, to make myself feel better.
Yeah.
I would have sold all of it when it hit
Right.
that one day was hit $40,000. I would have sold all of it.
Yeah.
So do the math.
This article's from over a month ago, so it's probably even more.
Damn.
Oh my God. But
That's
40,
awesome.
40, so it was 100,000 when it hit 100,000. So let's take away.
You'd have probably like
60% of that.
$600 million.
That's insane, man. I mean, so it's out there. If somebody, I'm not gonna dox myself, but if somebody wants to go look in a dump in Westchester somewhere, it could be there. Find a hard drive. That thing's crushed. It's dead.
So how did you just had it on the hard drive, not like in a? So now you have like those cold wallets, warm wallets. There wasn't really on a wallet. It was just on
It
a
was
hard drive.
It was a hard. Yeah, it was a hardware wallet. So it was
Interesting.
on the hard drive. You can't transfer. It can't do anything. So there's been people that have dug through dumps
Sure.
to get that.
Sure.
To see if there's any. Yeah, it hurts. It sucks. I'll never forget the day I saw it because my buddy was like really big into crypto, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, I got it. He was like, it's 20,000. I was like, no way. And I called my mom, and she cried. So.
Why would your mom throw out a laptop without your consent?
No, it was
though?
it was a tower. It was an old tower,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
But it was
I
like
can see
it
that.
went through, like I said, it went through a flood. While you were over there looking at Chansey or Tangelo Blast, your
Listen,
$4 Blastoise.
I empathize with you because I remember.
You just said I should kill myself right now.
Yeah, because that's how I feel every day.
Yeah, that's why I would get
That's
into
called
a plane
empathy.
with a woman Asian pilot. That was gonna be.
So we do have a caller on the line.
Oh, great. Let's go. Caller.
Welcome. How you doing? You're on Close the Door Behind You podcast.
Oh, I just had a question for Dr. Lowe.
Oh. Can she legally ask him a question?
Yeah, we'll try. Go ahead.
Do you need my mom's permission?
Can you get it? Can you put your mom on the line?
Hey, Mom, I'm on the podcast. Mom. She said, yeah, it's cool.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. How old are you, miss?
I'm 14.
Oh, perfect. All right. Go ahead.
So I just had a question. I have a huge crush on my math teacher, and, like, he doesn't seem to notice me, and I just want to know, like, how do I get his attention and take me seriously as someone that he could, be with?
Have you tried raising your hand?
Oh, yeah, I've everything. I'm failing math on purpose to get his attention, and he just, like, tells me that I need other help, but then he just has, like, this nerdy guy give me help, but I want him to give me help.
I really don't think you should be working with your teacher. You're underage, and you're probably putting his career at risk. That being said, I think you should change schools.
I'm in love with him.
It's normal for you to have these feelings. Do you have a father figure at home?
No?
This could be the explanation.
This explains a lot.
This would
Do you
the
want to be my dad?
Oh!
My mom's single.
Oh my God.
Is anyone single on the podcast?
Well, what does your mom look like?
Yeah.
She's pretty hot. She's got huge boobs.
Okay.
Real or fake?
I don't know. Maybe you could tell if you touched them.
You would know if you touch it.
I've been asked to check.
Wait. Is your mom? Are the boobs big because your mom is fat?
Oh, whoa.
She's a beefy woman.
She's a beefy woman.
Beefy.
That's good for Rich.
I have a lot of stored energy.
Yeah.
That's good for what?
Rich here. We have a guest on our podcast, Rich Mascalino, also known as King Panua. Your mom can Google him if she's interested. He likes him thick.
Ooh, a name like King Panua? That sounds sick.
No.
Yeah. He's a chunky boy, but a good chunky.
Wait, why are we talking about me?
Well, no, I mean, sorry, your mom.
So what's like your ultimate advice, Dr. Lowe? What do you think? This is a very precarious situation.
Yeah.
This math teacher, I mean, he's in a very strange situation where he's got a situation where a student's in love with him.
Yeah.
This could get really ugly. What would your advice to be for this girl, and maybe even for the math teacher?
Listen, young lady. Sorry, what's your name, miss?
Sarah?
Sarah? Okay, listen, Sarah. Your feelings are normal. It's hard to have a lack of a father figure in your life. But that being said, you're still a child, and you need to grow up, and then you could start dating your math teacher once you're over 18.
There you go. Wait till you're 18, then you can.
Sound telling me to grow up. I'm going to grow up, duh.
What's that?
I have huge shit, too.
Okay, you can't talk about that because it's inappropriate. Okay, we can't have this conversation.
I've already had my period. I'm grown.
You're entering a space where you're putting me at risk. Not only are you, it sounds like you're a selfish young lady. You're putting your teacher at risk by exhibiting this behavior. You're putting me at risk and my co-host and our guests by having this kind of conversation online. You understand?
But thanks
that,
for calling
right?
in.
Nobody
We appreciate
takes
the
me
attention.
seriously.
What's that?
Nobody takes me seriously.
No one takes you seriously because you're 14 years old.
Are you even old enough to be watching this podcast?
Yeah.
There's no age limit to listen to shitty podcasts.
Whoa! Hang up on this kid.
I think she hung up.
Oh,
She hung up.
what the heck
Wow.
was that,
Smart
dude?
kid. I can't believe she's failing math.
Yeah. What was that, dude? What was that?
Crazy.
We need to stop giving this number online like just accessible. Any other questions for Richie? We're going to enter into the lightning round.
Yeah, lightning
moment
round.
of the
Okay.
show.
Let's do it.
All right, so lightning round. Let's see, Richie, what's your favorite food?
Chicken.
Chicken.
Specifically, I
That's
guess
pretty bland.
chicken parm. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
Italian. It's just like go-to.
I'm a
all
chicken.
time.
I had chicken parm last night, man. I'm a big. Where's your favorite place to get chicken parm?
I mean, I like it at home. I mean,
Does your mom cook good chicken parm? Is she the Italian side? Are you 100% Italian?
my great grandma used to cook
The
like
best.
amazing food. Yeah,
Nice.
she used to make Gavadil. It used to be, I think I might change to my great grandma's Gavadil to be honest, because that was amazing. I remember, but she's no longer with us, and the recipe's gone forever. So
Sorry to
Grandma.
hear that.
Rest in peace. Chicken parm. How about you, Christos? You have any questions?
Yeah, I have so many. Richie, if you could do one thing for the rest of your life, what would it be?
play video games to make money, I guess.
And why are you not doing that now?
Depression.
What's making you depressed?
A lot of there's a lot of things in my life.
Okay, give us some
Yeah.
examples how we can help.
How you can help.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is helping. This is fun. I like this.
Okay.
You know, and maybe starting up a stream with me. You know.
Yeah.
You could do something. We do
We'll
that
do a
together.
stream. You heard it here, folks. This is history in the making. We're gonna start a stream.
How about another question? How about who would you invite, if living or dead, if you could invite anybody to, actually, let's just stick to dead people. Who would you invite to dinner? Anybody who has died in the past, and you could have dinner with, who would it be?
That was a
Real-
lightning question. It was
Real-
so
Real
long to
answer, it would
ask.
be Jimi Hendrix, because I'm a guitar player and he inspired me a lot. He's like probably my favorite guitar player.
And you like to do heroin.
LSD, so like, you know, me and him could
Gotcha.
just put on the thing, like sweat a bunch, and then I just like to see like what his thought process was when he played music. Like, he was so unorthodox. You know, he played a lefty. His guitar was
down.
upside down.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, and then people say when they see him, it was an experience. That's why the Jimi Hendrix experience. It wasn't going to see someone play music. It was like a whole experience. And I just want to know like what he thought when he played. But my other answer would be, you ever see that Reddit post where some guy like put a long, like heartfelt post about how his wife died and he'd bring her back for one last meal? And the guy below him comments, I'd also like to fuck that dead guy's wife. that guy's dead wife. Yeah. So I'd bring that guy's dead wife and I'd have dinner with her.
That's a great answer.
terrible. That's terrible. Okay, would you rather have a roommate that's a vampire or a ghost?
I think ghost, because you can play like really good tricks on people. Like if am I friends with this ghost?
It's up to you.
I'm friends with this ghost,
Okay.
and like we play pranks, and like, you know, bring a girl over and be like, like hit the lights, and then the lights go off or something, and then she's like, "Oh, how'd you do that? You didn't say Alexa," and you're like, "Oh, I don't know," and then all of a sudden everything starts like fucking lifting up and spinning around, and I could be like, "I'm a demon," and yeah. Anyway, that's how I would use the ghost.
Sorry, I just need to understand the intent. Why are you trying to
scare this girl.
this woman? That
Because I have a ghost as a roommate, and I can.
So you don't want to have,
Or she thinks I'm a
relations with
demon.
her.
Maybe she thinks, I don't know. I do it to anybody that walks in. I'd sacrifice having any type of relationship to do that.
It seems irrational.
Yeah, but you have. So does having a ghost as a roommate. I don't know. Why does he pay rent?
No, he's not taking up any space.
Yeah, exactly. So why? So you just have a ghost.
Right. So you wouldn't utilize the ghost.
Wait, so
in
he's
any
not
way.
paying me rent.
So you want the ghost to purposely cock block you?
I want the ghost to make it seem like I have powers. If that
okay.
cock blocks me, then okay, so be it. Or people might be like, "That's really cool. I want to get with that guy."
Okay, that's great. You're honestly a model of humanity, and I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
I think. Yeah.
Thank you. All right, Doc Jud, you want to wrap us up?
Yeah, so that concludes our Christmas edition of Close the Door Behind You podcast. Thank you to Rich Mascalino for coming down and joining us.
Thanks
Merry
for having
Christmas, everybody. Happy New Year. And we'll see you soon.
Take it sleazy.
Thanks, Rich.